Good morning, YouTube, BookTube. This is Johnny. It's been going on 5 days since I made a video, and yeah, the days just go by like the blink of an eye. You're here today and you're gone tomorrow. But my wife left this morning to have breakfast with one of her old girlfriends. And since I'm alone and I can make a video, it's kind of hard to make a videos when your wife is always home. Now I could go to my main study or go down the lower level and make videos, but I like sitting here in the dining room where there's lots of light, and I got the big huge dining room table to put all the books on. So I rather make videos here, and plus, like I've said in my previous videos, I don't really have much new books to show because well, I have been going to thrift stores. Well, first of all, I should say today is Thursday. This is a Thursday. It is 8:56 in the morning. It is June the 18th, 2020. It is 74 degrees inside the hermit hut. And yeah, the week just goes by. You know, I could have done Monday reads. I could have done wait until Friday reads, but I just thought since I'm alone here this morning, I can make a video and just tell you guys that I have not left. I'm still around. I could make videos every day, but I don't know. It's kind of like I said, I'm a slow reader. And I have been going to thrift stores, like I said, but surprisingly, the thrift stores have not been filling up their cases with new used books. I don't know what it is, if they are down in donations, but I can't find any thrift store books lately. Now, I did get some last week, and I did find a book yesterday. I had to go to a thrift store to Carol. Since she's retired, she's going through stuff and getting rid of stuff, and I took stuff in my van to the Holland Rescue Mission, and I went inside and I found one used book. And but yeah, I've been going to the thrift stores this week and haven't seen anything. And I do miss the library used bookstore, the Book Nook. I don't know when the library is ever going to open again, if they're ever going to even have a Book Nook anymore because of this plague that's sweeping the world and killing thousands. So I don't know. So first of all, as far as my diary, this morning I'm on page 573. And I'm on the second folder of June 2020. As you all know, first folder goes from the 1st of June to the 15th of June. And then the second folder goes from the 16th of June until the 30th of June. So I've been writing in my diary. I do that in the mornings. I do it throughout the day. I'm always keeping track of my existence, where I'm at in the timeline from my birth into my death. Right now I'm 67 years old. I'll be 68 in August. So I don't know how many days the Lord has granted me, but I hope all my days bring glory to His name. So that's my diary. I did get out to read this morning this book, The Story Retold, A Biblical-Theological Introduction to the New Testament by J.K. Beale and Benjamin L. Glad. I start the chapter this morning on the Gospel of Luke. So, I did get a book from our son Josiah. He's our middle child. We have Caleb is the oldest, Josiah is the middle child, and Bethany is our daughter. And Josiah sent me last week this book. It's the morning offering by Abbot Tryphon. It's Daily Thoughts for Orthodox Christians. He sent me a Father's Day card, and his daughter Marika sent me a little thing, a little artwork of Marika. Yeah, Josiah, Hannah, and Marika are going to be here next week, along with our daughter Bethany and her husband Andy and their 3 kids, Louisa, Margaret, and Jack, and little Nora is in the womb. So we'll all be together next week for family time. So so I thought I'd show you, I mentioned thrift store books from last week. Well, this is a book I found yesterday at Holland Rescue Mission. This is Damned by Chuck Palahniuk. And I didn't have this in my Chuck Palahniuk. This is Damned, and this is the sequel, Doomed, I have already. So I read this yesterday afternoon. I'm almost finished with it. Says here, from the author of Fight Club comes a dark, hilarious, brilliant satire about adolescence, hell, and the devil. Madison is a 13-year-old daughter of an artistic film star and a billionaire. Abandoned at a Swiss boarding school for Christmas, she dies over the holiday, presumably of a marijuana overdose. The last thing she remembers is getting into a town car, falling asleep, then she's waking up in hell, literally. Madison soon finds herself sharing a cell with a motley crew of young sinners, a cheerleader, a jock, a nerd, and a punk rocker, all united by their doomed fate, like Breakfast Club of the Damned. Together they form an odd coalition and march across an unspeakable landscape of hell, full of used diapers, dandruff, Wi-Fi blackout spots, evil historical figures, and one horrific call center to confront the devil himself. I mentioned I got this book at a thrift store last week, Main Currents in Thought, Beginning of Critical Realism in America, 1860 to 1920, Volume 3. I ordered Volume 2, and I'll probably get Volume 1 in this. This is by Vernon Lewis Parrington. I got in the mail a used biography on Vernon Lewis Parrington, Through the Avenue of Art by H. Lark Hall. I've been reading a little bit of this in the afternoons. Been reading these in the afternoons. Now these are the thrift store books I got last week. I haven't shown these. I found these George Simenon mysteries. It was at Humane Society I found these thrift store. This one I read last week, Pietr Latvian. These are all translated out of the French. And then I found this one, The Yellow Dog by George Simenon. Yellow Dog. And then I found The Hangman of Saint-Pholien by George Simenon. These are all, the main character is Inspector Megagrit. And I found The Crime in Holland by George Simenon, and Inspector Megagrit mystery. The Late Monsieur Gallet by George Simenon. So I found these. And then I found, I showed you this one, There's simply too much to think about. Collected nonfiction, Saul Beale. And then I found this intellectual biography on Descartes, His Life and Thought by Genevieve Rodis Lewis, translated from the French by Jane Marie Todd. So I found that. And then I found a commentary, the Brazu's Theological Commentary on the Bible. This is on Proverbs and Ecclesiastes by Daniel J. Trier. They asked theologians to do commentaries and books of the Bible, and this is on Proverbs and Ecclesiastes by Daniel J. Trier. Daniel J. Trier is one of my favorite New Testament scholars. And I found this, it was only for like $1. And then I found this historical fiction called Shirley, a novel by Susan Scarf Morell. This is historical fiction on the writer Shirley Jackson. So I found this. I haven't really looked much into this. I collect the writings of Shirley Jackson, biographies. I didn't know there was historical fiction on her life. And this is Shirley, a novel. So those are the thrift store books I found last week. Shirley, a novel by Susan Scarf Monroe. Commentary by Daniel J. Trier on Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. Intellectual biography on Descartes by Genevieve Rodis Lewis. Translated from the French by Jane Marie Todd. Nonfiction by Saul Beale. History of American Literature by Vernon Lewis Parrington. And this biography on Vernon Lewis Parrington by H. Lark Hall. And then I found these mysteries by George Simenon. And I found this Chuck Palahniuk, Damned. I also noticed in BookTube some people are going to do a buddy read on Samuel Johnson's The Life of Samuel Johnson by Boswell, by James Boswell. Yeah, so I got this out, and I was reading for a day this book, The Club, Johnson, Boswell, and the Friends Who Shaped an Age by Leo Damrosch. So I've been reading, I got this a couple of years ago or a year ago, and I've been reading parts of this. So that's what I'm reading. That's what I got in the mail. That's what I got at thrift stores. Like I said, my days here go pretty simple. I get up in the morning, I have breakfast, and make a pot of coffee, and write in my diary, read my books. In the afternoons, I read something like The Damned, and then I write in my diary. I have lunch. I doze. I watch the birds. I go outside and water my flower garden and talk to my wife. Now, my wife is always home now, so we talk a lot, and she usually takes a nap in the afternoons, and then it's evening time, and we watch the evening news, and we read, and my wife goes to bed early, and I read my books until 11, and that's usually what my days consist of. So, simple, not complex. So, yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. I thank you for the new subscribers. I haven't got much comments these days, but that's okay. So yeah, it's a Thursday morning here in West Michigan. It's 9:10. I can hear the birds, and life just keeps going by. So I'll sign off. I hope you're all doing well, that you're having a good reading week. I do thank you for those who do comment. I do thank you for the new subscribers. And yeah, until next time, bye.